Welcome back to my channel. This video is highly anticipated. I meant to post it before I left for the honeymoon. Timing was crazy, it just didn't work out, so better late than never. It's getting posted now. As you can tell from the title, I'm basically just gonna go over what I think made my wedding diet so successful. I have like 4 to 5 tips, I guess, or just like things that I think made my diet successful. So we're just gonna kind of go through those. You will notice there's a trend to all of these, and I kind of am purposely making it seem like that because I genuinely think it all kind of came back to one thing I did that a lot of people don't like doing, but it really is worth it in the end. So without further ado, let's get right on into it, and then I will kind of go into some of the frequently asked questions I've been getting after I talk about these tips and my goals moving forward after dieting for the wedding. And just like I had people asking about what my goals are now, if my diet's gonna change a ton, if my workouts are gonna change. We will address all of that after what I think made my diet successful. First and number one thing that I think truly did make this diet a lot easier and like it was the best dieting experience I've ever had was the fact that I went into it knowing that I was gonna take it very, very slow. Anytime you try to rush into a diet, you're one, putting your body under a lot of stress. You're normally not gonna feel very good. You're gonna have a lot of cravings because you went from eating this diet where you were at maintenance or above maintenance to like really restricted calories, not able to fit in food. So it's just a really drastic change. The fact that I took it slow kind of eliminated all of that, so I was able to just ease into it really well, still enjoy life, which you will see that most of the points I'm going to talk about are kind of all going to come back to the fact that I did give myself a ton of time. I know it can be frustrating. I know you want to see results really quickly, but taking your time really will pay off in the long run. Way more maintainable and way more sustainable in my opinion, but that's just what I think worked for me. That is like my number one thing that I truly do think made this so successful. Number two is kind of going off of the fact that I gave myself a lot of time. I started off by making very realistic goals. I wasn't trying to get like shredded like I did for when I competed in bikini shows. I also kept a very realistic time frame given all of the things I knew we would have. I knew we were going on trips over the summer, that I wouldn't be able to stay completely like on track, I guess you would say. So I was very realistic with my goals and with the time frame I gave myself, which was huge because that ends up eliminating a lot of pressure and a lot of stress that could be revolved around dieting. Point number 3 I wanted to touch on is the fact that I stayed very consistent without being too restrictive. So I know that can be a little confusing, but when I say that I wasn't too restrictive, I mean I still went out to eat with Chris, we still had date nights, I still had ice cream, we still did normal life things. But when we did do that, I tried to stay very healthy when we ate out. And no matter what, even if we ate out multiple nights in a row, or if we went on vacation and I couldn't eat my normal meals, as soon as we got home, I got right back to my schedule. And when we did travel, I still did my workouts. Like I stayed very consistent and stayed on my plan to the best of my abilities when I was gone. Or like I said, if we went out to eat, I still tried to choose really healthy options. I tried to stay very balanced, which definitely helps a ton. You'll hear a lot of people say consistency is key, and it truly is. If you stay really good on your diet for 3 days or during the week, but you completely bomb the weekend and overeat, you're not going to be in a deficit at the end of the week, so you might gain weight or you're going to stay the same. The fact that I was able to stay consistent made a huge difference. And it was easier to stay consistent in my opinion because I did give myself that large amount of time. I knew I could go out to eat and not stress about it because once again, I had time. That kind of goes right into the fourth thing, is the fact that I kept discipline in the gym and with food. So talking about me staying consistent when we went on vacation and with food, I did stay very disciplined with the fact that I didn't miss my workout. If I was supposed to work out, I still did something, when we went on vacation, I didn't just say, oh, I'm on vacation, I'm not doing anything. I tried to stay super active, even if that didn't mean like going and lifting in the gym. I would go walk, I would do some kind of like HIIT workout, abs, something. I would be active. And like I was saying, if we did go out to eat, I tried to stay very disciplined in the fact that I wasn't gonna get a bunch of French fries. Like I still tried to get high protein, lower fat meals. Not that fat's bad, but when you're eating out, fat adds up way faster than most of the other macros just because they're cooking in oil. There's usually cheese, like fat adds up very quickly. So I always tried to make sure I was doing either like a salad with a lot of protein, or getting like, if I got tacos, there's a taco place around us, so we got tacos, actually kind of a lot. I made sure I didn't get any cheese or sour cream on there. So I just stayed very disciplined throughout the whole process, without, once again, being too restrictive. And once again, like I said, with all the other points, I think the reason that did work so well for me and I got the results I did was because I had that time. Those are the main 4 topics I wanted to touch on that I really do think helped make this so successful right from the start. I gave myself plenty of time, which allowed for me to make very realistic goals as far as the plan, how much weight I wanted to lose. I didn't set an exact weight. I was just gonna kind of see where I went, see how everything was going, and, you know, kind of where I felt comfortable. And I stayed really consistent and really disciplined with that time frame. In my opinion, I think that worked so well for me because it took a lot of the pressure and like unrealistic expectations off. So I was just really able to like enjoy life and just slowly get leaner over time, while once again still being able to enjoy my life. I have competed in the past. I know I can stay very disciplined and follow a meal plan and do like a shorter diet for a more extreme outcome. As far as like getting really, really lean, that wasn't my goal for this process. I wanted to still be able to enjoy life. I wanted to be able to go on date nights with Chris. And what I did in the plan I created for myself really allowed for that. Now, some people might not do well with, I guess, the lack of structure I had, but just with where I am in life right now, it worked really, really well for me. And I hope that some of you are able to take some of those tips and kind of apply them to your own life. I know they're kind of a broad concept, but one of the things that I talk to my clients about right from the start is setting realistic goals for yourself. If you're trying to achieve a certain weight or a certain physique in a very short period of time and your life and schedule doesn't really allow for that, you're just gonna put a lot more stress on yourself, a lot more pressure on yourself, which is never gonna help anything. And it can kind of cause this like either a bad relationship with food, or you feel like you're being too restrictive, and then when you're done dieting, it's like you feel like you want to eat everything or go out to eat all the time, or just because you've been so restricted for so long. So this worked really, really well for me. As far as my plans for the future, I don't plan on staying this lean. I did just get back from the honeymoon, so I'm still a little bloated. I'm gonna basically just try to get back to maintenance and to a point where I feel really comfortable. I will probably track macros for a little, just to see what maintenance feels like. That's kind of what I did in the beginning. I calculated macros, I would follow them for a week or two, see how it felt, and then because I eat the same thing for the most part, I was able to stay really, really well within that range throughout the process. And then if I hit a plateau, I would knock my calories down a little bit again, or just increase my activity levels. But that's basically my plan moving forward, just to kind of get back to maintenance and get back to, not that I wasn't enjoying life before, but at the end of the day, a diet is a diet. You do have to sacrifice some things. You can't eat everything you want. So I am gonna get back to a point where Chris and I are gonna have like candy on the weekends again, and snacks and all that stuff a little bit more often. But the whole goal through this diet was to keep a very balanced lifestyle and feel good. My camera ran out of storage because all of the honeymoon stuff is still on there. But yeah, my whole goal with this was to keep it very balanced and just have an enjoyable life while, you know, feeling good, looking good. And that's my goal still. So I'm not gonna go into a bulk. I'm not gonna try to like gain a bunch of weight. That's the one thing that I really didn't like about competing was the whole back and forth. So I am gonna probably put on a little bit more fat just to kind of get back to my maintenance level, like I said. But other than that, my goals are just to enjoy life, keep kicking butt in the gym, and just overall feel good. As far as like health-wise and like physique-wise, I just want to feel comfortable. So that is it. Nothing too crazy. I will probably track macros for a little bit. I was getting that question a lot. But other than that, just trying to enjoy my life and enjoy my fitness and all that. So that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions at all, feel free to comment down below. I will try to get back to them as soon as I can. I do have a really busy week this week. Hair stuck to my lip. Trying to get caught up with just being gone all last week on our honeymoon. But I do plan on recording a like detailed wedding video as far as like my jewelry, my dress, where I got my bridesmaid gifts. I was getting a lot of questions about that. So expect that soon, and I will see you guys later.